Consider next example. Find the convolution sum of x of n, which is alpha to the power n u of n, and h of n, beta to the power n u of n. Here both inputs x of n and h of n are exponential signals. Exponential means either rising or decaying exponential. When you put, for example, x of n equal to alpha to the power n u of n, when you go on putting the values for n, like n equal to 0, this is alpha to the power 0, which is 1, n equal to 1. Okay, so it is alpha, n equal to 2, alpha square, n equal to 3, alpha cube, and so on. So it is 1, alpha, alpha square, alpha cube, alpha to the power 4, and so on, where depending on the value of alpha, it becomes a rising exponential or a decaying. If alpha is greater than 1, then it will be, for example, alpha is equal to 2. So 2 to the power n. So at n equal to 0, 2 to the power 0, it is 1. At n equal to 1, it is 2 to the power 1, 2. At n equal to 2, 2 square, 4. So it becomes 1, 2, 4, 2 cube, 8, 2 to the power 4, 16, and so on. It goes on rising. The values goes on increasing. So it is rising exponential. Similarly, alpha less than 1, which is half, then it becomes half to the power n. X of n equal to half to the power n. N equal to 0. So it is half to the power 0, 1. But when n equal to 1, it is half. N equal to 2, half square, that is 1 by 4. Half cube, 1 by 8. Means the value goes on decreasing, which we call it as decaying exponential. So you just remember the signals x of n and h of n with the values of alpha to the power n or beta to the power n or anything to the power n makes the signal an exponential signal. If this in value alpha to the power n or beta to the power n is missing, then it is simply infinite series signal. Now, according to our convolution sum equation, y of n is summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k h of n minus k. So now I will write summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k, means what? N is replaced by k, alpha to the power k u of k, h of n minus k, beta to the power n minus k, because in h of n replace n by n minus k. So I will replace this n by n minus k, h of n minus k, which is equal to beta to the power n minus k and u of n minus k. So which you can write it as summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity alpha to the power k u of k beta to the power n into beta to the power minus k u of n minus k. Small mathematical substitution like alpha to the power k and beta to the power minus k. I can write it as alpha by beta to the power k beta to the power n u of k into u of n minus k. Now what I will do is I will try to check what is the value of y of n for k equal to minus infinity plus infinity, which is u of k into u of n minus k. What is this value? I will try to check. That is y of n. What is y of n? Okay, for this u of k into u of n minus k, when n is less than 0, and what is y of n when n is greater than or equal to 0. This you can find it by having the figure also. That is first u of k, which is at k equal to 0, k equal to 1, k equal to 2, k equal to 3, k equal to 4 towards infinity, which is k, which is u of k. Next, u of n minus k you want. As I told, u of minus k plus n. So u of minus k starts at 0. Okay, starts at 0 and towards left side it is a reflected version. First draw u of minus k. Draw u of minus k. Then shift it towards right by n, assuming that n is greater than 0. Just for example, 1, 2, 3. So somewhere assumption is that n is greater than 0 and it lies here. Now what we are trying to do? We are trying to multiply u of k with this signal u of n minus k. Right? So now again n you shift towards left so that n is less than 0, and you shift n greater than or equal to 0 and try to see that these samples get multiplied with these samples and you have some finite value for y of n. So when n is less than 0, u of k is something like this. Towards infinity, amplitude 1. U of minus k plus n. Since n is less than 0, somewhere here, n is lying somewhere, n value is less than 0. So somewhere here. Okay, then okay, so n is less than 0, for maybe n is equal to minus 5. N is less than 0. Value of n is less than 0 means I will assume that it might be minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, something. Then minus 10, minus 11, minus 12, and so on towards minus infinity. So now you see that these samples never get overlapped with the samples of this signal, which is u of minus k plus n, which is n less than 0, and hence you can write y of n. These amplitudes are 1. Y of n is equal to 0 for n less than 0. Okay. Similarly, try to check for n greater than or equal to 0. We are trying to write what is y of n. So again, write u of k whose amplitude is 1 for all the values of k from 0 to infinity. Right, again u of minus k plus n, but now n is greater than or equal to 0. Somewhere you have the values n equal to, this is k, n equal to 0, k equal to 0, k equal to 1, k equal to 3, 4 with an amplitude 1, and this n is greater than 0. Somewhere I will assume that this is here with an amplitude 1. Okay, since it is okay u of minus k, so I have samples at minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on till minus infinity. Right, so I have drawn both u of minus k plus n, and this is u of k. Now you check, the samples are getting overlapped with these. 0 to infinity is getting overlapped with 0 to n. Any value less than, okay, k less than the samples, k less than 0. I don't have any samples here for u of k, but for u of minus k plus n, k less than 0 I have samples which get multiplied and get 0. But from 0, wherever you try to multiply 1 into 1, 1 plus 1 into 1 at n equal to 1, 1 plus at 2, 1 into 1, again plus 1, and so on till what? Till n you get some values. Hence you can write y of n is equal to summation k equal to k at 0, it starts overlapping, and till what? Till n, k equal to 0 to n. What is your equation? It was alpha by beta to the power k into beta to the power n, u of k, u of n minus k becomes 1 because their amplitudes are 1. So beta to the power n is nowhere related to this summation. You can take it out. Beta to the power n. Now k equal to 0 to n alpha by beta to the power k. As I told the formula, 1 you can have minus alpha by beta to the power n plus 1 divided by 1 minus alpha by beta. Here you can have a condition alpha by beta not equal to 1, that is a not equal to 1, or alpha not equal to beta, which is y of n. What happens when alpha equal to beta? When alpha equal to beta here, okay, this becomes alpha by alpha, which is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, which becomes your equation infinity. If you want to know actually when alpha equal to beta, what should be the value, then substitute alpha by beta in this equation, alpha equal to beta. So when alpha equal to beta, y of n is equal to summation k equal to 0 to n alpha by beta to the power k, beta to the power n. Beta to the power n summation k equal to 0 to n alpha is equal to beta. So okay, when alpha is equal to beta, so I can have beta by beta. Okay, the value of alpha is equal to beta, either beta by beta or okay alpha by alpha into, okay, these are taken out. So I have beta to the power n summation k equal to 0 to n, beta by beta is 1, 1 to the power k, which is beta to the power n summation k equal to 0 to n 1 to the power k, which is k equal to 0 to n 1. You go on adding 1 at k equal to 0 plus at k equal to 1 plus at k equal to 2 plus 1, k equal to 3 plus 1, and so on till what, n, which becomes n plus 1. So it is y of n when alpha equal to beta. Okay, this is how we have the solution for such examples. We'll consider one more example.